Alrighty, we should be live. And of course the music chose this exact moment to cut out. Oh, there we go. Alright, so welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm just going to skip the tutorial. And, we'll hit no just in case. First day. Okay, so basically, if you've heard of the SCP series, this is kind of similar. It's nothing like, the game itself. It's nothing like SCP Containment Breach, though there will be containment breaches. Oh, will there be containment breaches? So for anything else, we have to pick this box. O0303. It feeds on the evil that surfaces during conversations between people. We don't have a choice, we have to pick it. So basically, Angela here is gonna blather on about the story. I really don't give a crap about the story. Long story short, we're X. We have been hired to be the manager of Lobotomy Corporation. And our whole point is we harness monsters to create energy. These monsters are like the SCPs in that series. They are called abnormalities. And each abnormality is completely unique and has its own problems, shall we say? The reason there was only one box is because day one you always start with the exact same abnormality, who I will talk about when we actually get to that point. Oh, shut up, Angela. No one cares. But yeah, so anybody who knows this game knows that this is a horror game, and if you followed my channel, you know that I don't really do horror games. The reason I can do this one is I'm not the one in the line of fire when playing this game. This is a management simulator, so it's everyone else I'm going to be getting killed or driven insane, depending on what's going on. Let me turn the graphics down a bit, though. This game is surprisingly intensive for the way it looks. Yeah, between every day there are these little talks with Angela. There are 50 days total, and you can end on day, I think, 47, 48, or 49, depending on what you have and have not done. It might be 48, 49, 50, I'm not sure. I'm not going to be finishing this game because this game is very hard. But I wanted to, you know, at least show it off. Can you hear the music okay? It sounds very soft to me. Yeah, this is a Korean game, and the people who made it have flat out said the translation is not the best. So there's going to be errors here and there. Because apparently it was the people who actually made the game who translated it to English. So these were like Korean native speakers who tried to learn English to translate it. So, I kind of give them credit for that. Yeah, we're going to meet a bunch of different AIs, and they're all interesting, let's say. Also, there's a thing on the back wall there. It might look fairly familiar. So this is Malkuth. She's the first AI we're going to be working with. Yeah, all of the AIs are called Sephiroths, based off the Sephiroth tree you can see in the background. That's an intentional error. Sephiroth is actually the plural, but they gave them the name Sephiroths to differentiate them a bit. Malkuth here is in charge of the control team, which is the first team we will be actually working with. I'll explain that a little bit better when we actually get through this into the part that matters. I'm going to be explaining a lot of things when they're done flapping their lips. So yeah, there's a Sephiroth for every branch, I guess you would call it, of the tree. And there is a team for every part of the tree as well. There's a lot of people we're going to be dealing with. We're going to be finding out why they want to quit a little bit later. My favorite of the AIs is, I believe, the third one that we meet? And he is either the third or fourth you can unlock, because once you unlock the second one, then you get to pick between two. I guess to explain something else, since they're still talking. Yeah, Nizach, I think how you say that, is the one that I like. So yeah, every single Sephiroth will give us a quest to do. So here you can see how it works. We'll have to start with the control team, and when we have the control team finished, we will go down to the information team. But from there, we can unlock either the security team or the training team. You also might notice we have Asaya, Bria, and Atzilith. These will come into play later, maybe. It depends on whether or not we get that far. It is entirely possible we will not. So we want to unlock the control team. And as she says, we will expand a team every single day. So the thing about the teams that we need to keep in mind is that the teams are responsible for their area of the corporation. You cannot, like, cross through teams. The game apparently crashed. That's unfortunate. Hold on a second. What I mean by that is, like, when you're dealing with abnormalities, you can't send somebody from the control team to go deal with an abnormality in the training team. You can switch around your employees at will. But you can't send them in different departments when the game is already going, is what I meant. Yep, really. Okay, let's see if we can get through the game without the game crashing. Yes, we do, because the game crashed before I could actually save. Now, is it going to work this time, or is there something going on here? Apparently, some people have problems with this game being very crashy, so that might happen again. So here we go. We have the control team right now. We have the unknown... Wow, it got really loud. Can you hear me okay? It's hard to hear me. Hold on. Can you hear me a bit better now? The game really got loud for a second there. Or not even for a second, for all of a sudden. Alright, so you have 4 abnormalities per team, and you can have 5 staff members per team as well. These 2 are locked until we do a bit later. So what we need to do is we need to hire a new employee. Right now, we don't really care about their stats or anything. We just want bodies. But you can see each of them has different stats. Fortitude, Prudence, Temperance, and Justice. These will become important a little later. So we have Sergi, Maximin, and Geminiano? I'm just gonna call you Gemini. So we have the control team set up. There's not really anything else we can do. There's nothing on the ego list we can handle. But I will use this for a second to talk about something. So every abnormality can give you items. There are ego weapons and ego suits. And there's various ways you can get these. But more importantly right now is I want to talk about these. Zane, Teth, He, Wa, and Aleph. These are actually danger levels of the abnormalities. Zane abnormalities are basically harmless. They can't really do anything to you directly. Teth are sort of middling. They're kind of dangerous, but they're not going to be super problematic. He tend to be more dangerous and hard to deal with. Wa are even more dangerous and hard to deal with. And Aleph levels are the most dangerous. They're basically the things that are going to be wiping out your entire building if they break containment. So let's start. So as you can see, we have we start out very small. We have our little opening area for the control team here. We have another spot here, and we have a hallway. And here is our first abnormality. It is a skull with the cross in it. So when you select the abnormality, you can do certain work on them. Instinct, insight, attachment, and repression. Every abnormality has a different thing it responds to, but we don't know because we have nothing about the abnormality unlocked. You need to work with the abnormality and get these PE boxes to be able to unlock certain things. And it goes from escape information for how it escapes, basic information which gives you its name, tips on how to deal with it, and what work actually works with it. So since we don't know, we just kind of have to pick somebody to work with it. And you can see the success rate and the work time when you actually have that spot unlocked. For now, I'm not blind when it comes to the abnormalities. This is the first time I've ever played this game, but I know some things about the abnormalities. So for O0303 here, he actually prefers insight work. So we're going to stick with that for now. Also, these red ones are failures. The blue ones are successes. Our buddy Gemini here is doing pretty okay. So our goal to finish the day is to get enough PE boxes, which we get by doing this, basically. It's easy now, it's going to get much harder. So we got 9, and it ended in a poor mood. Well, in a neutral mood, rather. So as you can see, insight work does pretty well. I'm not really sure what these are. I think these are the level of insight you have. So apparently insight works better the lower level you are. Let me try Gemini. What about Sergey here? Also, these people you see wandering around in these outfits that you can't control, they're clerics and they're completely useless. They exist only as cannon fodder to keep abnormalities in check while your agents try to handle them, or as sacrificial things for the abnormalities that can actually turn people into minions. And yes, there are abnormalities who can do that! For now, they're mostly just there. So that time we got a happy result. And we have 13, which means we can actually uncheck the basic information. This abnormality is called one sin and hundreds of good deeds. It is Zane level, which means it's fairly harmless. Yeah, don't ever get attached to anybody because everybody can die here. So let's check instinct work. Apparently it does not like instinct work. What about repression? Repression also doesn't work well on it. So insight is still our best bet. And since all of ours are at level 1 of prudence, it's gonna work fine. So yeah, fortitude relates to instinct work and health. Prudence relates to... Or sorry, fortitude... Yeah, prudence relates to insight work and maximum sanity points. Temperance is attachment as well as work speed and success. And then justice is repression as well as attack speed and movement speed. There are some abnormalities that you need certain levels, and sometimes there are abnormalities it's better to get a neutral result instead of good or bad. So let's check attachment. So attachment is always good, which is curious. Also, you can see this thing has an ego gift. What ego gifts are is they have a chance to apply to any agent that works with them. Some of them have more unique things. There are a couple ways to get them, but in general that's what they are. Your agent will just randomly put them on if they get them. Ego suits are basically armor, and you can see that they give you different things. In this case, the patient suit gives you resistance to red, white, and black damage, which is health, sanity, and both health and sanity damage, but it makes you vulnerable to pale damage, which is percentage-based damage. Pale damage will always do a percentage of your max health. I don't really know very many things that do pale damage. It's mostly red, white, or black. Also, this is him going into, I think it's called a Quillpuff meltdown. From what I remember, that just means that you need to work on it to make the meltdown go away, and it reduces your success chance while the meltdown is going on. I don't actually know very much about the Quillpuff meltdowns. Since this is the only abnormality we have, it's pretty easy. Also, I just noticed that we actually finished our day work complete, but whatever. You can delay the day if you want to get, like, more boxes for certain abnormalities, but that's not always going to be the best option. Let's go ahead and start with the escape information. And it gets us that. So the Quillpuff counter is how many they have left until they either do their unique ability or break out, for the ones that can break out. But he neither has a special ability nor does he escape. So he is actually pretty much a completely safe abnormality. He still can do some damage when they work on him, but not too much. So let's check the first tip. One sin and hundreds of good deeds restores the employee's SP when the work result is good. Nox, who is on the receiving end, commented that it felt refreshing. It just gives you random names whenever you check it. So apparently since he was working when the meltdown started, it doesn't count. Go, 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 go! There we go. If you let the meltdown hit, it will actually take your energy boxes. So even on harmless ones, you don't really want to let that happen. Especially because it will also increase the biohazard counter up here, which causes other bad things to happen. Which is also nothing we want. So looks like we got a perfect result here. After perfectly producing PE boxes, one sin and hundreds of good deeds restored the SP of all employees in the department. So yeah, he will, whenever we get a perfect result like that, he will restore the sanity of the entire control team, which is really nice. Also, as you unlock stuff here, you get observation levels, which you can see do a lot of different things. And now he's at observation level 4, which means he's been completely observed. So we can now spend his PE boxes on this because he has nothing else to unlock. We can't afford it right now, but that's fine. So our port is 100% survival rate. We get 3 of the lob points for that, and our rank is S. So let's skip to the next day. Thankfully it auto-saves after every day, I believe. So this time we have some other things to choose from. O0256. People have been committing sins from a long time ago. Why do they commit such a thing, even when they know that it is bad? We have F0552, which is somewhere in the distance you hear seagulls. And we have F0483, which is everything will be peaceful while you are under the fairy's care. So what should we do? Which one should we pick? I actually know what all 3 of these are. What's your vote, Pi? Alrighty then. Let's see, F0483, which is the fairies. So let's see what the fairies are. Since I'm already skipping all the dialogue, I'm just going to keep skipping through it all. Like I said, I don't really care about the plot, and I'm not actually going to be finishing this game. So I don't really care about, so we'll just get through most of it. Complete work 4 times with results of good or higher. That should be easy enough. So we hit this to expand the control team. And it's synchronizing up for us. And now we can actually put in research proposals. This will give us a lot of different things we can do. The TT2 protocol will actually let us speed the game up in case we want it to move faster, which can be helpful. The joint command allows you to give cross. Oh, maybe you can do this. Maybe you have to research this for this to work. Interesting. I didn't think you could. And assembly summons provides beepers to employees to have them return to the department. I think when you hit a button. I'm going to go with the joint command for a little bit later. I don't really feel the need to speed the game up at the moment. So yeah, now we have another unknown one. We need to hire another body. Wow. I think Robertus came to us pre-insane. Look at that face. Let's go ahead and grab him, I guess. And your lob points do in fact carry over, so you don't need to, you shouldn't feel the need to like expend them right away. It's actually pretty good if you can save them early on, because things get expensive. So let's see, let's go ahead and get Gemini here working on attachment. And here's our new abnormality. It appears to be a fairy. A very strange looking fairy, but a fairy nonetheless. So let's see, if it's a fairy it probably works good on instinct, right? Sergey, go handle that. Working okay over here with the Sin. Analyze weapon regression and power self-preservation. Induce... That's not good. Also, every time you see these flashes at the corners of the containment here, the agent is taking damage. In this case, this agent is taking health damage from these failed rolls. Insight might not be the way to go, but you might know something interesting here. Notice how Sergey has fairies with him? That's kind of curious, ain't it? Though they're gone now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and check. Instinct work actually is good. What about, let's go attachment. Attachment is good for now, but not good for later. So instinct will work for now. Also, you can see everyone's health here. So let's try Sergey again. And we'll go ahead and send Gemini back in. As they work with the abnormalities on these certain things, their stats will go up. So it's good to try to raise stats, but And it looks like it started the meltdown immediately when I got in again. I don't really know what that's going to do, but I might need to send someone over there immediately. Sergey's taking damage again. You can't really see anything about it. So we're not really sure what that's doing. Let's go ahead and send you there to deal with that. Come on, Sergey, back to the ferries! Personally, I find it good to build up the information on the abnormalities in this first part when you're still fairly safe. I say fairly because there's no such thing as being completely safe. One sin seems to be pretty good, though. Also, those little white flashes you see is actually sanity damage. Once again, fairies are going after Sergey. Once again, they're gone by the time he gets here. Let's go ahead and unlock the basic information. What is this? This is the Fairy Festival. Red attack type, 10 box output. That explains why he was taking health damage when he got on the bad rolls. And it does have an ego gift to Wing Beat. Wing Beat, which goes into hand slot too. Let's see. Let's check. Let's go ahead and finish off these the work lists. Doesn't like insight, doesn't like repression. Instinct is the best option, though attachment works for low levels. Let's go ahead and send our crazy man into the ferry. That's fine, right? Back into the breach you go, Gemini. Most of the employees don't know the real meaning of the fairy's care. That's a bit unnerving. I'm sure it means nothing. It's probably fine, right? Gotta be. Still having some trouble with Sin over there. Let's check out the Fairy Festival. Escape information. Does not escape and does not have a counter. So that means it's mostly safe, but let's take a look at the managerial tips. When the work result is normal or above, small fairies will be born around the employee. Okay. Also, you can see we have the ego suit and ego weapon open for manufacture, but we don't have the boxes for that yet. Though we do on him. So let's go ahead and manufacture us a couple of suits for the employees a little later. Their basic suits give them nothing, so... Sergey, back into the breach. Stop that from melting down, please. Man, everyone's having trouble with one sin today. Still going pretty good on the Fairy Festival, at least. Though he keeps getting slapped a bit. I mostly keep doing it with one person to try to work on training them up some. How about tip 2? The employee's HP will be healed over time by the small fairies for a limited time. Huh. So apparently, whenever you get a good result, fairies are born. Or, sorry, normal or above, fairies are born, and they keep you healed. Isn't that nice of them? What about tips 3? I'm sure this will be great. If the employee who is under the care of small fairies goes to do a different management work, then that employee will immediately die and be eaten by the fairies. Yep, I see nothing gruesome here. That is totally fine. Alright, so basically what that means is that if your agent is currently being healed by some small fairies, and you send them off into another abnormality's containment, they will be immediately killed and eaten by the fairies. As long as the little fairies are not around them, as far as I'm aware, they can safely go into another containment, but make absolutely sure never to send them to another containment if the fairies are there. Yeah, a lot of the abnormalities just flat out have insta-kills. That's something to be aware of. You can make one more suit from the fairies now. Also, you can see that fairies do not actually give resistance to black damage, which is a little sad. But they give more resistance to red and white, so... Yep, basically that. That's basically what I wanted to do right there, was just get enough to get a couple more things from them. Also to make sure I had Simplify cleared. So once again, S rank, 3 points, 4 employees, 100% survival rate. That's gonna change soon enough. That's gonna change soon enough. So we have some more options. D02107. Sir, your angel is chewing a body part of our colleague. F0552, which is the seagulls one again. And O0256, which is the sins one again. So which one this time? Oh lord, you want that one? Alright. D02107 it is. So complete a Quillpoth meltdown and containment unit job 8 times. So apparently, yeah, the meltdown is just them about to either use their thing or breach, so you just need to get there quick enough. I know what it is, and it's kind of a bitch. It will probably be the source of our first death. So let's go ahead and go with the game speed acceleration project for now. So we went to hire another employee. Hey, Reinhardt. Reinhardt? Whatever. And now we actually have stuff to put on our people. So for Geronimo, we'll give him the one weapon we have. And he can also have this. Sergei is our ferryman, so he can have the ferry suit. And the others can suit up with this. Note that if someone dies while wearing an ego suit or an ego weapon, that will be gone for good. You have to remake it. But it's still better most of the time to have it on them, unless they're doing something that has pale damage. So here's our new abnormality. It's a dog. Let's send Maximin in to it. Yeah, it is! So one thing I didn't mention is that you can very easily get yourself into an unwinnable situation in this game. There are actual times where you are going to need to completely restart from day one. However, your observation levels on all of the abnormalities stay. So you actually will make less mistakes as you go on. Well, those went well, at least. This seems to be going fairly well for the dog. Neuro messengers? What? So it got a kind of meh result. We need 12 boxes to figure out what it is, so, oh. Oh, that's melting down, but he's immediately going to that, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and check the instinct work list. That's good. So we are right in sticking with instinct here. I want to find out what it is before we actually start unlocking the rest of that. So now that I have one good work type. I haven't really sacrificed anything. Yet. Oh, huh, interesting. Hey, one thing I should show really quick is all the abnormalities have a story, and they're very, very long stories. So I'm not really going to read them here, but it's actually really good to read them because a lot of them are really interesting. It is going to freeze me demoted if you don't like D02107. Good to know. So let's see. Let's get a weapon from that. And get a weapon from that so we can arm our people a bit better. Do we even figure out what this one is? Yes, we do! Yep! Abnormality, basic information. Some weird word. It's a dog. Red type attack damage, 2 to 3 damage. E-box output is 12. So rather than try to grind this one up like I did the others, I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the day. We're fine. Did some stuff. Good to go. Next up. T0985. Which I actually don't know what this one is. T0994. And I don't know what this one is either. Ooh. And O0981. I don't know what any of these are. Ooh, interesting. So now everything will be just fine. Many of those who underwent an operation inside the machinery have found rest and become healthy again. Or satisfaction is only temporary. T0985, huh? Alright, let's see who's got what we got this time. Expand the control team again. Because really it's the only thing we have to expand. So the dog is 10th level, which means it's actually a threat. Which, well, you'll see. So we don't need to hire anyone because we've still got a full staff because nobody died. Which, shocker, right? Everybody's still equipped, everyone's got some weapons, so we are good to go. Aha! So this is what this is. This is a tool type abnormality, which you can tell by the little observation things here. Basically, we unlock stuff, we unlock information by using this. So let's see. Let's go ahead and send in Crazy Man to use it. That sounds like a good idea, right? Send Maximum in here for the dog. Shimano can keep working on that. And Sergei can keep working on that. That's a question, isn't it? So yeah, all of these tools have required times you need to fully observe them. And you can see that we have elevators and stuff now, so... Let's just see how this goes. I'm sure it'll be totally fine and nothing bad will happen. Oh, that looks like blood. I should probably, stop, it's not stopping! I can't make it stop. Well, it's giving me energy. Oh! And Robertus is now totally dead. Let's see here. We can change anything. After the popularity of Little Helper took off, We Can Change Anything was released as a second installment of the Home Robot series. Placing an employee inside the machine produces energy over time, but I can't get the employee to stop using it, and apparently they die, so, cannon fodder only in that one, it seems. Luckily, you have enough of the law points to do a lot of cannon fodder. Yeah, he's just dead. Reinhardt, you go. You're up. I actually like everybody else. So, yeah, so do notice how long. You have to sacrifice essentially 5 employees total to fully, to get the full observation notes about that thing. I could make Hugo. It lets you customize, the employees if you want. But then I'd feel bad when Hugo died. This is worrying me. So we have all of the energy and day 4 is now complete. I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody else finish their observations here and then spin these things. So yeah, since he died, we lost the thing. Also, tool abnormalities like that actually do not allow you, do not give you like ego anything, so. Day 4 work complete. We only got 2 points because it's, somebody died. So you really don't want people to die, which is the other reason I don't really want to use that thing. If it's clear I'm going to have to restart, I'll probably will. But I just don't want to lose the points right now. Update Sephiri Protocol. And we will finish expanding the control team today. Get the final research product thing, and move on to the next one. So there actually can only be 4 abnormalities per team, as you can see here, so we're not going to be getting a new one just yet. You know what, Mason? You look like machine fodder to me. That looks like the best thing to deal with you for me right now. So you know what? You go in there, Mason. So we're gonna switch these 2 around so that they will level up their stuff. Maximin we're gonna keep on the dog because I don't trust the dog. Let's see, we're gonna have to unlock some more things here. Yeah, I know what I said. I know what I said. I actually do have enough lob points for now. As long as I don't... Because I get 2 a day if only 1 person dies, and I only expend 1, and I have 12, so I can afford it for now. But in general, you want to be very defensive about your lob points. So let's check the escape information for the abnormality. Yep, we have an abnormality that can escape now. So it is weak to red damage, resistant against pale damage. Black damage is normal and... Or sorry, resistant against white damage. Black damage is normal and pale damage does extra damage to it. So yeah, this is a thing that can escape. Which is somewhat problematic for us. But let's see what the tips say. Likes the instinct work the most. When other works than instinct work was done on it, quill puff counter decreased by a medium chance. So that means that there is a moderate chance the counter will decrease if we do anything but instinct work. So we're gonna stick to doing instinct work to the dog. So now that we have 4, most of our employees are actually tied up. We can actually speed it up a little bit now. Thankfully, when it comes to, we can change anything, nobody is forced to use it because it's an insta-kill. So the game will never, like, make you use the thing. Does she have a hotkey? Neat. So yeah, we just wait and let him build up the boxes now. Wait, where? What's melting down? I think the meltdown triggered just as someone got in it. So the dog is not happy. What about this? Quill puff counter decreased when the work result was bad. Uh-oh. So it just decreased again. When Peppada escaped, it voluntarily returned to its containment unit after attacking an employee and taking something from its deceased body. So this is one of those that will kill and then return back to containment. So you either have to suppress it fast or just sacrifice somebody to it to get it to stop. So its counter has already decreased 1, so this could be very bad. Make sure Maximum didn't have that. Whoops. Maximum didn't have the fairies still on him, does he? No. So no one else is going to be going into the machine for a bit because the dog. At least that one went well with Puppy, so he's not going to murder anybody just yet. So these do have chances, but we don't really ever want to do anything but instinct on it if we can help it. Yeah, pretty much! We're just going to have the last few people finish this up. And And that will get us a few more boxes, a few more gear pieces. Like, this kind of bugs me that if you enter at the same time they go into the meltdown doesn't go away. Because you don't actually want to end the day with a meltdown, if I recall correctly. So you have to go in and then do it again to stop the meltdown. Am I having enough to finish off the dog? Yep, and the dog is finished. So he takes 25 boxes for the weapons and 20 for the armor. The armor's not really something I want right now. Though it would guard against him. So it might be good for someone who I'm going to have work on him specifically. It's basically for specialization. Like, if your armor is weak to white damage and pale damage, but all the abnormalities in your team do red damage, then you wouldn't really care. Yeah, since these PE boxes are unique per abnormality, you can just constantly keep all of their weapons stocked. That is enough for today, though. One person dead. Yeah, you can redo the day if you want, I think. So one person dead, but Gemini and Sergey actually promoted to level 2. That is important for certain abnormalities. Certain abnormalities require stats to be above a certain level. They require some of them require stats to be below a certain level. Some require people to be above or below certain levels. It's really a thing. So let's check what abnormalities are going into our new team. We have O04100. The more blood it has, the more beautiful it is. F0552, which is the seagulls again. And T0627, which is this is a record of the day we must never forget. So I know what all these are again. So what are we going for? For Bloody McBuggin? O04100? Alright, let's go for that. So now we can unlock the information team. And this has the Sephira of Yasad. The information team is actually going to be one of the best teams, if solely because of what research options they give you. Because a couple of the research options they have are essentially vital for trying to deal with certain abnormalities. Holy crap, it's another crazy person. We need 4 people, so we'll just take who we can get. Yum yum? Really? Why did I cancel? Well, I can just keep canceling in and out to get somebody that I want. Adam... No, I'm not even about trying to... Wow, okay, I think we found Krillin's twin sister, guys. And Kataya, who I will keep. So Kataya, Kinsey, and we'll say Juliet are now going into the information team. Adam will come over here for the control team. Katya, sorry. So Katya, Kinsey, and Juliet will take the wing beats. And Reinhardt and Adam will equip with the Penitence. Everybody got a looks like everyone's got a weapon and armor. Yep. Might not be the best, but should be fine. Am I? Oh, you're right. Kinsey doesn't have something. I just noticed that. Somehow I skipped over her. There you go, Kinsley. Yeah, I'm gonna try to be keeping everybody alive. Much as feeding people to the machine is fun with the dog now, I don't really want to do that. So here is the area for our new information team. And here is our new abnormality. It's a tree. It is a cherry blossom tree, I think, from what little blooms it has. So the control team mission is still up. We need to do Quillpoth Meltdown Containment Unit work. Which didn't count last day, even though I did it. And I don't know why. So as you can see here, because I bought that thing on the control team, I actually can shift around team members now. So if I need to send somebody from another team up, I can actually do that. Well, even it says I have 0 of 8 is the thing. Unless you have to do it all in one day? I actually don't know. Let's go ahead and send Sergey in. We'll send in Reinhardt for there. Maximin again. Attachment was, yeah, attachment was high. And then down here, let's just take a stab in the dark. Kinsley, go work on the tree. Also, you can actually see the information team clerks now have different clothing on. They're dressed differently for every team. Also, I'm pretty sure they're randomized per day, which has interesting implications. Petals shall fall like scream when everything's over. Okay. When the beauty's at its peak, the ritual of end comes? Alrighty then. So this thing does white damage. But it's a good thing I put on armor that resists white damage. It didn't go terribly. It didn't exactly go great, but it didn't go terribly. I was like, wait, who did I say? It's like, wait, Maximum is on fairy duty right now, so I don't really have to worry about anybody else. Who is this? That's Reinhardt. Okay. Oh, hold on. Right now. Oh, I can work on the tree again. So let's go ahead and check. So instinct is common. Let's try insight then. Kinsley is still our sacrificial lamb. You know what, Adam, you go in. Actually know how to get rid of this. Oh, just click on the map and it'll deselect. That's nice. And the insight work seems to be going a bit better over here. Nope, we got a perfect in the Fairy Festival. That's nice. Just loving everybody up. That's because I've actually, like, read about the abnormalities. So I kind of know what you are and are not supposed to do with them. Actually, you know what? Let's send Katia in because her sanity got damaged. Now let's see. Oh god. So yeah, this occasionally happens whenever, I guess, this finishes. Some things will actually spawn. So let's see if Kinsley and Juliet can suppress one of these. Also, the clerks are now insane. Oh, nope, this is not gonna work. Run! Run, guys, run! Oh, thank God they made it. Also, that screaming was a clerk getting eaten. I'm pretty sure it was a clerk getting eaten anyway. So yeah, before you have a lot of good weapons, you can't really deal with these things. You just kind of have to keep your agents away from them. Because I have neither the stats nor the equipment to handle this. Get her running and then get ready to get Katia running. Luckily these things can't actually breach into the main room. Uh-oh. So Katia just went insane. There's actually nothing I can do about this, I think. Uh-oh. Juliet, no. So that pink glow means that they are actually possessed. The tree possessed her and tried to get her to come to it. We do have enough for the end of the day, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spin these boxes and then we'll see if ending the day will save Katia and make her not insane. Because that would be kind of nice. Let me finish. Yeah, I finished its observation. There, I got everything from the fairy festival. So let's just complete the day here. I think Katia died. Yeah, I think if they're insane when you finish the day, they're considered dead. So, that was a thing. That happened. So what now? F0102. Which, I know what that is, and that's kind of a bitch. F0118. Which is less of a bitch, but still kind of a bitchy. And 00561. I don't know what this one is. I know what these two are. I don't know what this one is. It's Maverick's turn to pick, so, what you thinking, Maverick? F0102, I am coming to you, you who will be reduced to ashes like me. F0118, her unbearable sorrow grew long, mournful hair over time. And O0561, life is only given to those who do not fear death. 0561 is the only one I don't know. The other two I know what they are. Alright. Also, the F0s or FO and T's denote what type of abnormality they are. I believe T is trauma, F is fairy tale. I'm not sure about the rest. Here's Yasad. He's a bitch. Oh, and I accidentally skipped the dude I actually liked. His nickname is Yasad the Viper, because he's a hard ass. I mean, that was a Nizach I want, the green one. That's the one I actually really like. So we need to complete instinct work 4 times, which is not hard. So here's the information team. Wait, he does? So I believe we're actually going into the spot where Pi is now blind, so this should be fun. Yeah. Caddy is dead. So yeah, they go insane, they get, pacified, I guess. So we're starting to verge onto the area where, I'm gonna have to restart anyway, so let's make you go. Because, you know, throwing Yugo to the fire is, totally fine. I actually like the fact that you can customize the worker, though I don't really like the fact that it has to be, it costs you extra when you do that. And that's close enough. Yugo, come to our parlor to die. I'm also going to go ahead and start him off with Fortitude 2 for instinct work. Into the information team you go. And Vincent can fill out the rest of it. And we'll give Yugo the puppy suit. Since I believe the tree does... Oh, the tree does white damage, so he does not need puppy suit. So yeah, this is called the Grave of Cherry Blossoms. Isn't that cheery? Let's see. Insight? I have a feeling repression is going to be normal as well. So let's get the puppy suit off Yugo. Maximum can wear that because he deals with the fairies and the fairies do red damage, so Maximum can make the best use of that. I believe it's 5, 9, 5, 9. Everybody is equipped, or as equipped as I'm going to be getting them. Alright, so let's see what new horrible thing we just got today, shall we? Oh hey, look at that! Maverick picks Sadako. Isn't that just cheery? Since Hugo has got good... Let's go ahead and see if we can train up Vincent in there. And Juliet can be our sacrificial lamb, because I'm not throwing Hugo to the... I'm not throwing Hugo to the wolves just yet. You can hear her crying when you zoom in on her. Isn't that just cheery? So our clerk down there seems very afraid. Uh-oh, what's melting down? The tree started melting down in the middle of actually having it. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on the tree, because it might try to mind control somebody again. Holy crap, you are bad at this, Vincent. At least things seem to be going well over here. Nobody's getting mind controlled. Apparently Hugo actually has long hair that I didn't notice because of the way it works. That's fine, Hugo's just fabulous today. Well... Oh, anyway, never mind. Yeah, I sneezed. I was hoping I'd gotten the pause fast enough. Alright, time to suppress her. Because she looks like she's about ready to go murdering. Whoop. Oh, okay. That's Juliet's health going down, which we kind of have to. Because, you know. Suppression team and all. Alright, you go fix the tree, please. Oh, lordy lord. So either attachment or instinct is what we're going to have to deal with this check. Fix it with instinct for now. Well, actually, she's just gonna have to wait. Because Kinsley is hurt, and Vincent has got some sanity loss, so she's just gonna have to wait and deal with it. Send Adam in for her because they should heal him right up. Also, yeah, I don't really like the fact that Yasad blames you if they die when they go insane and try to kill the rest of the team. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't consider putting someone down because they attempted to destroy the team not taking care of my team. That might just be me. Yeah, that's not what happened, you twit. Alright, how are we doing? Alright, Kinsley, get in there and see what you can do. If Vincent continues to be a fuck up, he's going right in the machine. So let him and Hugo heal up and rest. It seems Hugo struggled with the tree as well. Was it instinct? Yeah, instinct is the best chance we have for her right now. Okay. So with the tree, I guess our best chance is just going with instinct or insight, depending on what they have better. Well, it does have an ego gift, at least. Let's check the tips. When the work result was good, the counter decreases. Oh, lovely. When the panic in the containment room, the counter increases. Okay. Or counter decreases. When the kill-off counter reaches 0, some random employees in the faculty move to the Grave of Cherry Blossoms containment unit. Yeah, so when its counter hits 0, it will mind control some people. It's currently at 3. Alright, so how's the thing with Sadako going? So far, so good. Also, can somebody get, like, a cleaner team up in here? That's kind of horrifying to look at. Alright, Hugo. Wait, Hugo's Sanity's damage. I don't want to go back in. Alright, Vincent, you're in. Try not to fuck it up this time. Come on, guys, the control team's doing well. Why are you screwing up, huh? So the Green Dawn just triggered. What? 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 Okay! We're being invaded by Terminators, sure. This could be bad. Okay, okay, Reinhardt's in the middle. He can't actually stop his work. But I want everybody on trying to suppress this thing. Let's see if we can kill it. Oh, no, there's 2 of them. This could be bad. Oh god, Vincent and Kinsley just went crazy. What's going on? Where are they? So the lady sent Kinsley crazy and the tree sent Vincent crazy. Vincent is panicking. I don't know what Kinsley's doing. You know what? I'm just gonna complete the workday before I lose Hugo or anybody else. That wasn't great. That didn't work out so well. F0244, T0299, F0137. Alright, what are we grabbing? I believe it's your turn now, Pi. F0244. Curse, huh? I believe I know what this is. Yeah, Yeah, no one cares, Yasad. Complete insight work 5 times. I think now I can finally get the unlockable from this team, which is what I would really, really like to have. Yeah, here it is. Output HP UI, which means we can actually see the HP on stuff. This shows you the damage, and this reduces the fear damage that office workers take, which I don't know why you would care. For me, I want to be able to see everybody's HP. Oh Lord, Yugo's the only survivor of the information team! That's great. Hey, it's sort of me! Hooray! I'm going to die violently! Need to manufacture stuff again. What's the next tip? When a captivated employee reached the containment chamber, they were sucked into the tree. After continually attempting to converse with an employee who had been enchanted by a grave of cherry blossoms, the employees seemed to return to normal again. And the employees were no longer captivated. Cool path counter was restored to the maximum. So yeah, that's what I was doing when I was repeatedly clicking on the employee. Most bewitching like that, the pink colored ones, can be stopped if you rapidly click on them enough. And it slows them down as well. We got 9 boxes from the creepy lady. Let's see what we're doing here. Okay, so I should have been doing attachment work then. Got it. Let's check one of the tips. Employees with level 1 temperance may turn their head back after listening to her. If they do, they will be subject to a panic attack. So here's what I meant when I said that the actual stats mattered. We can't send anybody with level 1 temperance in. And unfortunately, nobody has leveled up temperance yet. And I can't actually increase my stat for temperance. Oops. I see if I can spin it to upgrade employees. How do I do that? How do I do that? Oh, reinforcement NT of employees. There it is. I completely missed that. Alright. So I will deal with the creepy Sadako lady. Let's see if today can go slightly better. Maybe, possibly. So first let's check out our new acquisition. Yep, that's a thing, alright! This is actually one that I know how it works, so, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. The grave of cherry blossoms. Yeah, everything was fine, so... Well, not so much fine as everything did the exact same thing. I have a high success rate for that? Huh, wonder why. Paul, go in there. Prove yourself. I just realized I totally forgot to equip all of us. Oops. Alright, time to go deal with the creepy lady. Oh yeah, I should actually assign the control team as well. Huh, wait, these guys did have Temperance 2. Why did it tell me they didn't have Temperance 2? That's weird. So these two are good. Well, let's just stick with Sergey. So there's a trick to this one that's actually really nasty. Which, I'll talk about when I unlock it. So yeah, I can now see health and sanity bars on everybody. Which is gonna make this a lot better, let me tell you what. So let's see, how... Anybody else dealing with anything yet? Paul's not doing so good. Paul's really not doing so good. He's gonna need a break after this. Alright, what's melting down? Nothing! Nothing is melting down. I must have gotten to it in time. Honestly, this is what we want anyway. We want kind of a neutral... Well, that wasn't neutral, so that's no good. Well, I'm doing really well with the crazy lady, at least. Though that hurt my sanity quite a bit, which... Shocker! Sadako hurt my sanity. What about tip 6? After sucking an employee in, when another employee commits to work on the abnormality, its Kopov counter was restored to the maximum. Also, physical and mental health of every employee in the facility was healed. Interesting. So if you let it take an employee, the next time it will fully heal everybody in the facility. Not the team, the facility. It might be worth sacrificing somebody at that point to let it have that. Its suit is good if you have things in your area that do white or black damage, looks like, but not if you have anything that does red or pale. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I like this one. So we just need to save 12 to get the escape information, and then we'll be done with the Grave of Cherry Blossoms. So look carefully at this thing. We did repression work on it. Notice that it changed. The trick to this thing is that you actually do not want to use repression work on it twice. Now you might think, well, I really should. I mean, look how good that is. But that's a trap. Why do I have a high success rate with insight and attachment? What's going on? Attachment I get because that's temperance, but why insight? Oh, whatever. Dia, get to work. Actually, wait, we need insight work for the quest, I believe. Yeah. Dia, you're still the choice. Get to work. My sanity's healed back up. That's what these things are, by the way. It heals your HP and it heals the HP and sanity of anybody that's actually in there. So you want to give everybody kind of a minute to heal back up after all the abnormalities. But the way I have this set up, the control team is actually a good team for grinding up people's stats and then moving them into other teams. So I might start doing that. The puppy is a threat, but we seem to be keeping it pretty much under control, which is nice. So yeah, you want to do any other type of work that is not repression. And then go back to repression. That's how this one works. Oh god! And the counter of that lady just hit 0 and everybody's just gone insane. So the entire control team has, or the, not control team, the entire, what is it, information team? The entire information team has just gone completely, has been completely wiped out. Yugo's walking around murdering people. Forensi's gonna start murdering people. I'm just running around screaming my head off. So yeah, this team's wiped out. So, this is a problem. Where'd he go? I mean, Yugo is basically homicidal at this point. There is a way to actually save anybody who's insane. If you attack them with a weapon that deals white damage, it will restore some of their sanity. But guess what we don't have? Actually, we do. Everybody equipped with the... Interesting. Everybody equipped with the thing actually does have white damage. Okay. So let's test this and see if this works. Yugo is way down here. So it'll take him a minute to get up here. So let's see if this works on me. I need to be caught first. Where did I go? Where did I go? Yugo's murderous, so let's send 3 people to suppress him. And see if this is actually gonna work. Where am I? Here I am. Gemini can't- I'm too fast! Gemini can't hit me! Yugo, are you okay? Let's see if this works. It does! Yugo's sane again! Okay, so anybody equipped with white weapons can in fact restore people's sanity. So get them all after me, assuming they can actually catch me. Can I slow myself down? No, they're just gonna have to run on a chase. And everybody else just went insane. Good news is all of these people have white weapons. So they're all going to restore each other's sanity through this. So, and then Reinhardt immediately went insane again. Okay. You know what? I think this is a wash. I think we're just screwed here. Well, so the problem is they restore the sanity damage and then immediately take it away? I don't know what's going on here, but this is done. This is it. This is over. I'm still running around like a maniac up here. I think I just killed a clerk. Well, everybody's insane, I think, except for Yugo. But I think I think that's a good place to stop. I just wanted to kind of show this off and show off that, yeah, this can immediately take a gigantic nosedive into the worst. So that was Lobotomy Corporation, and I hope you enjoyed it.